there fabric jugglers, it's Babs here from Fiery Phoenix, and today I'm going to be reviewing some sewing kits. Now my husband generally likes to think that he can maintain his own rips and tears and hems that come off of his trousers. He can pop buttons back on and sew them back on, so he's quite handy in that fashion, but it does mean that he goes out and buys random sewing kits. So this is a slightly older one, and it actually doesn't even have threads on it. It's not got own reels of thread, it's just got random colours on bits of bobbins, and the scissors are quite pants, quite frankly. They're the nicest scissors I'd seen until recently, but they were still rather blunt and not very useful. So that's one style. This style is one that he bought from, I think, a supermarket, and it's got quite a lot of stuff in it. It's a step up from this one where it's just a single reel with lots of colours on, in that it's got some reels of thread. It's got a rather rubbish and easily squished thimble, and it's got some of the worst scissors I've ever seen. You might notice I've got a thing about scissors. The ends come off without very much aggravation, and the blades bend and don't cut fabric. So that wasn't brilliant, not very pleased with it. It's only got a few bits and bobs in it, and within a week the zipper had actually disappeared. So whilst he's happy to use those, they just don't cut the mustard for me. So today I'm going to be reviewing what I consider to be a Seamstresses sewing kit. So if you hang around, let's have a look at that. So now that we've seen the really rather pants versions, I'm going to show you the Lilisew sewing kit. And this sewing kit, whilst slightly larger, is not massively larger than the previous kit, but I'm so impressed with this. I was so excited, and purely because I saw the scissors that are inside this kit. So if I just open this up so you can see what's in it. Well, for a start, we've actually got an attractive logo on the front, unlike anything else. And then you've got this pack that is just crammed with stuff. And the first thing we have is the 100% satisfaction guaranteed lifetime warranty, with somewhere for you to go and register the kit. Which I've never seen on a sewing kit before. I've seen it on computer games, I've seen it with cameras, I've never seen it on a sewing kit, and I think that's really quite awesome. And there's discount codes and VIP clubs and all sorts of extra goodies that you get just for buying a sewing kit, which is fab. And there's also instructions on how to use the needle threader. So anybody that doesn't actually know how to use the needle threader, of which there are two in this kit, again something that I've not seen before. You know, you normally would get one, but here we actually have two, and I'm just really impressed. As soon as I open it up, there's just this wealth of stuff, and I have never seen a sewing kit, a travel sewing kit, that has a pincushion in it. Although that's genius, because the amount of pins that you get is quite ridiculous. You get pins, you get safety pins in an assortment of sizes, and then you get this little tube. And I wasn't sure what was in this to begin with, and then I tip it out and realise that it's a massive selection of needles. It's not just one or two, and there's different sizes, there's different size eyelets. And so when you've got this many things, you absolutely need to have a pincushion if you're going to be working in any way. So and everything comes in these little cases, these little plastic cases, and they're good quality pins. And then onto the scissors, which are the item that I was so excited about. But hopefully you can see why I was excited. These really are proper working scissors. They are a stainless steel set with a comfy grip. They're like the little sister version of my crafting scissors. And we'll just see if they actually cut. Unlike the other scissors that I've seen in the past, these, I think, they certainly sound like they'll cut. And so let's just, yeah, they cut with no effort whatsoever. So Oh, I'm so pleased that my first thoughts about this have proven to be true. So very, very pleased with the scissors there. And then we have, as you normally get or would expect to get, a nice quality tape measure. What else do we have? We have some little pencils, which are markers. Let's see, do they actually mark clearly? Yes, they do actually. That's quite impressive. I'll put some photos up of what this actually looks like. So you've got pencils if you need to be marking your fabric. We have a metal thimble, not a nasty plastic one, but an actual metal thimble. So I'm really chuffed about that as well. It's a decent size. It fits on my finger, and that's not going to bend out of shape anytime soon. So that's a good bonus. And again, a seam ripper. I don't have a seam ripper in any of the other kits that I've seen, and that's a nice quality one. Let's see if we can rip something apart. Let's just see if this actually works. Oh, yes, this thing. So yeah, the seam ripper works. Because there's nothing worse than getting a seam ripper that's blunt. Blunt seam ripper, not my best friend. And then we have a couple of threaders. If I can ease them out. And these look pretty much like any other threader that you would get. Again, I'll put up some close-up photographs of everything that's within the kit. And then we have a selection of buttons. Oh, lots and lots of buttons. I'm not sure whether you can see them all on camera, so let's see if we can just empty them out. So we've got 4 little white ones, 2 medium black ones, 2 large black ones. Oh, and some poppers. And then yeah, we've actually got a selection of 4 poppers there. So no matter what your emergency, it looks like you're covered. And then we have, and I'll sew these on to something in a minute just to show you the buttons actually being used. And then we have what I find also a lovely surprise. Look at the number of cottons that we've got here. And they're on individual reels. We've got 2 black, which is always handy because it's nothing worse than running out. And when you compare these, and I mean there's so many of them. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 reels of cotton. So you could actually put that on a sewing machine if you desperately needed to. I mean, goodness me, there's just so much stuff. And when you compare that 14 reels to this, which is a little bit of card with some colour on it. I mean, 14 actual reels, that is amazing. I'm so impressed. The pack, the box feels a nice quality. It's sturdy, and the zip isn't going anywhere anytime soon, which is a bonus over the other one. And then we've got all these extra bits that I just was not expecting to see, which is excellent. And let's see, let's just try and sew on a button or two using the needles. Now I'm sure needles will work. Needles are needles, thread is thread, but let's just double check this, just to make sure everything is as I'm expecting it to be. What colour thread would I use with that? Should we go for baby blue? I've actually got choice over threads. Much longer, so let's snip that off using my lovely scissors. And then we'll use the threader. And again, if you don't know how to use the threader, there are instructions provided, which I have, again, never seen before. Pop the thread through. Oh, nice and easy. The end didn't pull off, which is also a bonus, because the number of times I've seen these with the ends, the first time you use them just pull straight out. Very pleased with that. Quickly sew on a button, because after all that's what you use one of these emergency kits for. Got a button. I've got a little baby booty, which is in desperate need of a button, and so we'll just pop that on. Yep, the colour goes really nicely. It's a nice sturdy needle too, it's not falling apart, it doesn't feel cheap and plasticky. You know, I would pay good money for the scissors alone. I would pay good money to have a pincushion. The reels of cotton, excellent. A metal thimble. I'm just really impressed, and all of this for I think an exceptional price. I think you could pay twice as much, and you would still be happy to receive all this loveliness. Seam ripper, the loads of needles, plenty of pins. You know, there's so much included in this kit. I'm really pleased. So if you want to buy one of these kits, I've actually put a link in the description below, and I strongly recommend it. If you want a Seamstresses sewing kit as against a non-Stitchers sewing kit, this is definitely the kit for you. It's an excellent gift for someone who is a sewer. The last thing you want to do is give somebody, or I always think the last thing you want to do is give somebody who actually sews a poor quality sewing gift, whereas this I think would make a very good quality gift. I'd be very happy to receive it. And there's my button sewn on. Pop my needle away in my little pincushion, and yeah, I am pleasantly surprised. Very pleased. There we go. There's my button done up on my little booty. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. The fact that you then get the guarantee, you get instructions, I don't think I could praise this highly enough. So let me know what your thoughts are, and hopefully this has helped you find a decent sewing kit and not one of the other side. I'll speak to you later. Bye for now.